This is the video for PCODE 101, the art of programming. We're going to start out by going over this particular page. Here in black is where the heading for the program goes. This program is called the Viz program. Below that is the red stripe. It contains options that are used during programming. Below that, this is the blue note box, where notes about how the program runs are placed. Below that is what we call the app screen. This is where most of the actions take place during the running of the program. Below that, there's a button to go home to the main page of HTML5PCODE. Then after that, it says Start App. You could save your app to one of these files A through T. There's 20 different files, and when you click on A, you will load back whatever PCODE program had been stored in file A. Below that are this list of HTML5PCODE apps. There's many of them, and most of them have videos explaining how they work. Alright, now I'm going to go back up to the red stripe. First thing it has is pause. When you click on pause, you will see a list of hundreds of routines that you can copy and paste into your program. Next, turn pause off. Next, you click on program, and here is the program screen. I'm going to click on execute to go back to this screen where the program runs. The next thing is a step function. That's only used during waits. If the program has waits in it, this can speed it up or slow it down. Next, you click here, you'll see help. It'll tell you information about the red stripe. Next is sound. You can turn sound on and off in case you want it to be quiet. Some programs have sounds in them. The next two, adjust and test, are used by the programmer to adjust the parameters in his program and then to test them. Most programmers don't even use adjust and test. Next is info. If you click on info, it'll show you a page of all the different things you can find out about, get information about. This is the glossary. Over here we have topics you can learn about, and over here we have every one of the actions in the PCODE if you want to learn about them. When you leave this screen, you have to click the X over here. That was the info screen. The next three things, data, trail, and RT, are used to help you program. Because this is a PCODE, you can click on this data here and see the values change, well, also page data, text, while the program is running. That's data. You can watch it change as the program runs. The next thing is trail. Trail, you can advance through the program and see what it's doing, and it shows you the instructions as they're being executed. That's the trail. It also has RT, which stands for real time, which allows you to change values in the program. When you click it, it shows you where the yellow highlighted line is in the program, and we haven't done that yet, and you can change the values and watch the program change. That's RT. Now I'm going to click on program and go to the program. On the left here is where it lists the instructions. These instructions here are from 0 to the 34th instruction of my main program. If you click on here, you can add a new instruction. I'm just going to quit. If you click here on the very left side, you can start a green box, and you click on the right side where you want to end the green box. That's used for copying and then pasting somewhere else, or for deleting. That's a green box. The next thing, if you click on an action below this name copy, it will put that action on the top of the screen. There it is. It's a branch if equal, given value to what it's compared to, and the label to jump to. I'm going to quit again. If you click on it underneath here, it will put it up on the top to be updated. That means if right now I would say replace it, it would replace it right to where it came from. However, if I click onto the other position, that's over here called placement, I can move the placement line wherever I want without changing what is up here to be placed. Now, well, that's the end there. Now I'm going to go over to the other side where the blue boxes are. Here we have execute the application, save the application, create a new application. It won't let me create a new one right now because it knows there was changes made to this application. The next thing is create a subprogram. Well, it already has the maximum number of subprograms, which is 9, so that box doesn't light up either. The other says store the saved green lines. Well, there aren't any saved right now, so it can't store them. It would store them to the hard drive. Here's save the green lines. Well, it sees the green lines and says, well, you can click on that and save them. Now that you said to save them, now you can store them somewhere. Also, you can paste them anywhere you want in this program, or you can go to another application and save them there. Next is delete the green lines. Here's copy the green lines below the yellow line. Okay, here are the green lines. If I click that one, they're going to end up down below here. They won't be erased from here, though, unless you say delete the green lines. And over here is paste the stored lines. If I click on that, it's going to take lines that were saved on the hard drive and now place them in this area where I could paste them into this program. I don't want to do that. Now below there, it can tell you if there's files in this program. Here you can read data into this program, that is text data. It'll give a dialog box. Or write data to the dialog box, and then you can copy it and put it somewhere else. It also will allow you to look up routines by their number. That is, we saw when you hit pause, it not only showed you the routine, but told you its number. So here you could look it up by its number and then paste it into your program. Here is the list of the names of the main program and all the subprograms. Notice here they're just numbered 1 to 9. Down below you can list values. I'll click on that. Click on a particular one and it'll show you the values stored in that area. Or page text. I'll look at page A. There's the data stored in page A. Then you have list page names. Now you get 60 different lists. You can give each one of them a name, and there's 60 different pages of text, and you can give them each a different name. You also can do the program names. There they are, the main program and all the subprogram names. Variables. Now a variable can only have one value. It's a variable, it is not a list. They also can be named. After that we have comments. If you put a label on a line, it can have a comment. There's captions. If you have ask and tells on the screen, this will be a caption for them. You have the registers. You can come here and ask the value in the registers. You can ask what the values are in the variables. And that's very handy. As you're looking at the program, you can come over here and see what the value is there. See if it's correct or not. Below that, we have the notes that you put in the blue note box. Here, there's only 1 to 5 and 6 to 10, but actually you can put many more in data. Here we have the control registers. I'll click on that. There are special registers that are used for how tall something is, how wide it is, its XY position, and so forth. Those are control registers. If you don't know about ASCII, we can click here. Here are the values for ASCII, from 0 all the way up to 126. Below that, it'll show you some of the colors. You can have thousands of colors, but this is just a few of them. Also, we have the font sizes. There they are. We have pictures. You can go here and you can say, oh, I want to put the picture of that horse in my program, and you can, well, you click on it here and it tells you it's number 53, and you can say load picture 53 and put it on the screen in your program. That's pictures. Patterns. You can make patterns, or it will give you patterns that you can use. For instance, all the letters of the alphabet, those ASCII values, they all have patterns. Sounds. You can come here and you can ask it about sounds. And the last thing, you can ask it where routines are. When you make a routine in PCODE, you can tell it you want it to be listed here, and then when you click here, it'll take you right to that routine in the program. You don't have to search for it. There are other ways to find the routines also. Below that, again, is the home button that takes you back to the home page of HTML5PCODE. And here's where you can build apps, tell you how to create them, save in tabs, copy routines, and so forth, make an HTML file out of it. Remember, we can save it to those different places. By the way, I'll click on Save Application up here, and here's where you save it to those positions. These are files, A through T, and there's a special one, U, which means that you can make an HTML file out of it, and then store it wherever you want. All right, we'll end that. I'll pick one. There we go. And below that, it says click here for example routines to view, change, and copy. And below that is a list of HTML5PCODE YouTube videos, which you can look at. Now, very often this box will show up, relevant video. If you're doing an action, it may have a relevant video for it. Matter of fact, all actions should. And you click there and it will show you a video about that action. Remember, over here in instructions, this first column is the actions. Alright, this is the end of the video about PCODE 101, which is the introduction to PCODE.